Welcome to D&D Journey of the 5th edition. Join our various gaming groups as we play the 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. And maybe just hang out and chat about gaming in general. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and rpgpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
So is everybody ready?
So excited.
I mean, I like the fact that a certain pirate's looking at scoring a ship.
Yeah, I'm excited. Scoring a ship, recruiting a crew. Our operations are going to be mobile.
I took notes, you guys. I just updated my notes. We're stealing the charm of the mermaid.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have leather armor. Can Theo wear leather armor? Would that make her a little buffier?
Is she going to slay vampires?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think her class allows it. I'm sure. I don't know what their.
I'm trying to get it to open. I had to go get my flash drives for all the books and the goodies.
All of the books. So, Kelly, are you proficient in light armor?
You don't have to answer that.
Yeah.
I think your apron actually is better.
It is considered because I'm like, I know I have the alchemist leather armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically her stuff's chemically resistant.
Okay, so we're just going to try to sell all that jazz or give it to someone else.
Yeah, I have a light armor proficiency.
So if she sets herself on
Look at the
fire,
minion.
it's less, damage.
Yeah, hold on. It doesn't specify what my... Here we go. Yeah, it gives me a +2 in fact that only deal acid or fire damage.
Kind of
Maximum
important.
Maximum protection against blasts and alchemical agents. Yeah.
Yeah, so regular leather, not a good thing for her.
It's called the second tier alchemist class armor. Those who survive the
apron
first year
includes a heavy leather cloak. It's worn by battle alchemists.
Okay.
Battle alchemists. Awesome.
Love it. As she is.
I am.
So last we left off, you guys managed to get that delivery to the train station on time. Made it to the mainland. Look at you guys standing on actual solid Earth instead of the islands. And you guys
Don't forget, I have a new love interest.
Yep.
Naoma.
And like many James Bond femme fatales, you'll probably never see her again until it's an ill-opportune moment.
Worth it.
You guys are all the way up here on that little tiny island in the cove there because you were hunting for a certain armband-colored group of brigands, which you totally found, as the map goes.
That was Captain Soren's gang.
Yeah.
I actually started taking notes, guys.
Wow.
I know. I'm on it.
That's the first
Can't
sign
tell
of
me
a
nothing.
campaign ending is somebody's taking good notes. So
I
you guys
always
are
take
coming
notes.
down the street side that goes to the docks, and you have clearly discovered their ship because the flag they have totally matches the armbands you saw on the guys earlier and the guy that you interrogated. As the four of you and Gunny are walking down the street, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The salt air is, pleasantly spritzing the streets, mixing with the city smells. Very
Does
large.
it smell cleaner or so close to the sea breeze?
It does smell clean, yes.
A little bit cleaner.
It's the smell of an old, sweaty sailor sitting on the beach.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a
Just like
master, huh? Nice.
Yep.
As you're seeing this fairly large ship, it's got a crane on the back end. It's got big paddle wheels and the steam engine.
Oh, it's got mechanical parts to it. I'm excited. You picked a good boat, Boom. Yeah. Love it.
So it's not a sailboat?
It also has sails. It's got 2 masts on it.
I was going to say, it looks like 3 masts, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Well, the back part is
Steam-powered
actually a crane contraption.
Does she have something on the front of her, like, what is that thing called, a mast? The fancy doodad that's on the front of the boat.
It totally has a steam jack-looking mast that someone has replaced. The little figurehead at the front? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It looks like a steam jack?
It looks like some kind of feminine, angled-looking steam jack, yeah.
Oh, this is our boat, guys. Okay, no fire spells, no fire spells, no fire spells. Okay. No fire spells. Big righty.
Yeah, we don't.
What? Fire spell? Okay, not a problem.
Spells.
I won't do any spells.
No explosives.
Yeah.
Wow. Killing me small.
I mean, you can always do little explosives.
Okay.
Just don't want her to burn down before we,
Yeah. No fires, just explosives.
If you do abscond with her, your last action is taking her out of the docks as she's burning into the ocean.
Razor wind. Okay.
We had her for a day, but it was a day. Okay, more
yeah,
like
it was.
So here you guys go walking down the street. You clearly see the ship that matches the description of those, brigands that were trying to rob you of your cargo that you rightfully stole from the warehouse before they got there.
Exactly. And what are the...
And the best part is you guys got a big, bag of coins with you while you're doing this.
Yeah, we didn't.
That's fine. Callus has it in his passive perception. That's what we're going on.
Yeah.
So Callus is carrying this big, carpet bag full of cash.
I don't think so, because it's kind of hard to operate a firearm that way.
I thought we figured out a way to basically make it a strap for it, and he just kind of had it on him, and then also had his rifle.
That sounds sensible.
I thought we were going to return it to HQ before we went out ship robbing.
Sure.
But if you did, these
I could
guys
be
would probably be
mistaken.
gone by then.
Oh, okay, fine.
Conveniently, the smugglers that are only here to take that cargo wouldn't stick around very long after you guys, took off with the cargo.
Fair.
It's okay, guys. If we lose the money and we get the ship, it's still a win. It'll hurt, but it's still a win.
Or we just
Throw
have
it
some
in
great
Gunny.
hot potato with a bag of, coins.
Yeah, just throw it inside Gunny, I thought.
Yeah.
He has like a little chamber that we put stuff in before, but I don't know that we ever decided how big it was. I don't know if like what he has would fit.
Just throw it
nothing
inside
else.
a boiler. There you go.
No, 100% no.
If nothing else, it would probably go on his back easier than mine.
Okay. He has like no perception though. So like
yeah, but my perception's around me, not just on me.
Okay.
So Gunny has the satchel strapped onto the outside of him on one of his handles. You totally pull out a little carbiner and click it on. What is the worst that can happen?
That's what we're about
and
to
I basically
find out.
let him know if anybody tries to take it off of him, but one of us.
I'm sure that it's secured more than just a carabiner, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't you whip up some glue, Theo?
I do have some glue.
So you're going to take this carpet bag and glue it to the back of him.
That sounds like that's not coming off easy.
This will be the new toolbox for your steam jack.
You can always burn it off once we empty it out.
I'm going to put that down. We need to develop a bag of holding on the back of Gunny.
Oh, that would be awesome.
A teeny tiny little satchel.
Yes.
I mean, if it was the 90s, he needs pouches on his wrists and ankles like superheroes. Little ankle pouch that's a satchel of holding. So you guys are walking down the street. There's a little commerce going around. It's 3:00 in the afternoon, so daylight is up. People are moving around. And you clearly see just ahead of you is the ship. It's a pretty big size ship. I mean, it's just to give you an example. It is. Let's try these new features. It's 120 foot long by 45 foot wide ship. By the way, notice the measuring tape now has a new linger feature, so it doesn't disappear immediately.
Nice.
And it's at the end of this little 75-foot dock here. And it also looks like they're using the dock further down to it. That's about 65 feet.
Nice.
Would one say that 65-foot one, since it doesn't have like the plank looking thing, would like be better for heavier gunny like creatures to go down?
It could, but getting on the boat, you notice these, conveniently, the longer dock does have the gangplank put out. For obviously guys that could carry heavier cargo, it might be a little bit of a dangerous trek for Gunny. Over here, there is no gangplank. Gunny would have to climb the side of the boat.
Well, or use the crane.
Or totally use the crane.
Not a problem. I am going to load Gunny instead of an arcane bolt. I'm going to load him with a Misty Step.
Ooh, that's a
We're going to get him on this boat safely, and then that way, in case he starts to fall, he can Misty Step back to the boat.
That's
just Misty
Step
back on it.
That's clever.
It's easier than waterproofing him.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys are walking there, you totally are noticing the 4 gentlemen working on the docks. Totally have the same colored armbands. And they've got a docker heavy steam jack totally loading cargo up. Looks like some interesting barrels and some food supplies. And these 4 guys seem to be manning one of those little mini cranes that's on the beach. Basically, it's got ropes that you used to turn it around and drop cargo.
So
Basically, it looks like they're loading up the ship.
yeah, that's nice of them to load it for us.
We see what type. I mean, are they all in crates, or is there a way to tell what they're loading?
There is totally a way to tell. Get a little closer and give me a perception check. Would totally reveal what's labeled on the side of the barrels and crates.
Well,
Can we do
not
that?
my shtick.
Yeah. That's
Anybody?
You're currently, almost 100 feet upwind of these guys. So you may want to get closer to be able to see things like, words and lettering.
You want to develop a plan first?
Well, I'm more concerned what's on the deck and the quarter deck, people-wise.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check. Or are you trusting your 17 perception?
I mean, it's probably pretty good compared to me rolling, but yeah.
You lazy bastard. You see one guy...
The deck and the quarter deck is top and second level? Is that what...
At the quarter deck is this area here where the wheel is. But the only person you're seeing on deck is this gentleman here who's yelling at these guys to get the ship loaded. You totally hear with your passive perception of 17 some comment about the others should be coming back any time now. And the captain says once they're back, we need to set off. And he's yelling at
okay, so we are working under a time constraint. Probably want to hit them before the reinforcements arrive.
Yeah. And this gentleman is the one
barking
take
off
orders.
Before they get.
And these guys are singing a nice little shanty as they're working to work a little more efficient. And the steam jack is basically grabbing barrels. They've got a lot of barrels that look very similar. You may notice on the map they've got the yellow circles around them. If somebody wants to give me a perception check to read them or get closer, I could tell you more. But you guys are still pretty far away. Or are you going to establish a plan before you get closer walking down the street? Here they come, walking down the street.
I think we want a plan. Or what's our plan? Are we doing distraction, runaway gunny, or am I getting close, Misty stepping on the boat and trying to shoot the guy that's on the boat? Are we grab? I obviously can't use fire. What do y'all want to do?
I mean, you can use fire on the dock.
I could set fire to something, like over here, maybe, and see if they'll run to it. Or do we want to set up a trap and then?
Or we just go in and you guys blast these guys down and I'll shoot this guy and then we all focus on this guy once these guys are down. Just go in, shock and awe, and blast our way on.
Yeah. I mean, they don't look like, well, from here, they're mostly workers. They might not be, big into fighting. Maybe they'll just run.
Do we want to buddy up, guy, girl, and act like a couple walking down the street, come in from both angles? So it's not 4 of us coming up. So we're not maybe as distracting. And then we can maybe surprise them a little bit and then bum rush on.
And if it makes you feel better there, Callus knows that these guys only have little cudgels on their sides. It's their little working mallets.
Yeah.
Okay, or what if since that we can see the 4, how many times can you shoot in our, what if we, make a distraction, we get close enough to them, but then he, shoots 2 of them?
I can do a trick shot, guys.
Okay, so then how many?
So can I.
So if both of you can do a trick shot, is it possible to just snipe all 4 of these guys?
Yeah, just get on
You're
separate roofs.
Yeah.
You're really asking a lot from me, but I could try.
That would.
Well, how about this? He's trick shots. You just go for 1.
I mean, honestly, if we take out 2 of them sniping from the rooftops, the others might just panic and run because, they don't get paid enough to just get shot.
Well, that's why I was thinking.
If I hit 1, I should be able to hit the other one. I think is the way this works. When you use the rune shot, after the attack, choose a creature within 30 feet of the target and make it. Oh, I have to make another roll on him. We could try it. Worst case, I'll only kill 1 of them.
Because Boomhowler and I can create a distraction. We could be strolling this way up, get to about here and have an argument, so they all look at us.
You guys have become proper
you
villains.
troll! That's not what you said to me last night, you brute!
Well, last
I feel
night
like
I was
Boom
drunk
should be
and
offended.
you were prettier.
We could totally create a total distraction for them.
We both have good deception.
Performance.
Okay.
Or,
is that enough? You guys.
Sure, we could.
If you think distractions are needed, but
I just love the fact that you guys are proper villains in the middle of the afternoon at the dock's going to start a gunfight.
Yeah, how long will it take you both to get into position?
I just need to be 40 feet. Right? It's the 40 or 1, it's 40/120, the 40's at, the 120 is at disadvantage, right?
Yep, that's at long distance for disadvantage. So basically, 15 seconds to walk down the street.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get on a rooftop and snipe from a hidden position and.
No, because we need to be able to
jump on board.
And quick question: do we know how to quickly get this boat going once we're on it? We got a plan for that?
You got a pirate.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll just.
I think we all know what we need to do.
Boomhowler.
On rudimentary.
Give me your watercraft skill check.
My watercraft skill.
Yeah, maybe I can tell you some more.
Obviously, that's 20.
And hopefully the pirate has.
Okay, so solid 14. You know that the stacks on this thing are not billowing any smoke, so the ship is powered down. So it might take a couple turns to get the boilers going. Or you could attempt, if you had about 12 people, to get the ship sailing as a sailboat. So for this boat, you'd need 1 person down in the boiler engine working the engine, and 1 person up at the till.
And by 1 person, a steam jack could work the engine, couldn't they?
You probably want someone who actually knows what they're doing to do it, because steam jacks don't have the best intelligence on their own.
It would probably be me with the engine.
It would be someone basically turning dials and pushing cranks. And it would take roughly 2 rounds just to get the engine going, just to give you an idea. Figured I'd be fair and give you that much info.
Okay. Would it
In
be
this
similar
case,
to kind of the stuff I know with
you would be
Steam
a
Jackson
great
stuff, or is it more
engineer.
similar to Theo's realm?
No, it's totally steampunk.
Well,
It's totally your wheelhouse.
Yes, but you're
Okay.
also more fighty than I am. So if we have to hold people off,
Okay.
And does anyone recall when you were interrogating that guy about numbers of bodies on the ship?
That was like
There
so.
were 30 in the previous game. Hold on, I'm getting my notes.
I just figured I'd throw that question out there before people start boarding the ship and try to turn the engines on.
Did we ask that
I-
question?
The question was actually asked, how many people are on the boat? I mean, I just figured I'd ask for,
Oh,
I mean,
no,
I know
I
the
don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, part of the complement was gone and off doing stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I don't recall.
But I do recall during the interrogation, he said there was about 20 people on the boat. If
Okay.
that helps change any of your plans there. I just figured I'd be fair since in game time it was like, an hour and a half ago that you interrogated the poor guy at the train station.
Okay.
Fresh in your minds of proper villains. So, what's the plan now that I may have shanghaied your original ideas? Or reinforced them? I don't know.
Well, does this guy look like the captain or the first mate?
Oh, that guy totally does not look like a captain. He looks like one of the officers on deck. And by officers,
Also,
I mean
he's
he's got clean clothes on.
Also, he said he was relaying orders from the captain, so.
Well, that's what I was figuring, maybe first mate. But I mean, basically, you just gotta kill the captain, then you claim the ship, right? I mean, that's the way pirates work.
Yeah.
This is the way the mercenary looks at the pirates. That's how pirates work, right?
Kill the captain, then claim the command of the ship.
Yep. And yeah, give them a chance to work for us. Does he have a fancy hat, the officer?
He does not have a fancy hat.
Okay.
Lame.
See, when
what
I
kind
say
of captain doesn't have
officer,
a fancy hat?
well, that's because he's not a captain.
Yeah.
Right.
And
He's
when
an
I say
officer.
officer, I'm not saying he's in any kind of uniform whatsoever. He just has clean clothes on. And he's yelling orders. And they're following them. So he's probably an officer.
Yeah, because they're like a gang and stuff. They're not military. So, yeah, but
These guys are more akin
Okay.
to a bunch of smugglers than the, actual military vessel. It is not a nuclear weapon.
So basically, we just everyone who walk up, everyone who has the gun, start shooting.
I have a gun.
I
I've
mean,
got a
we
pistol.
we start pushing our way through and get on. I mean, there's only so much of them that can come up at a given time, so
I'm going to take the two with the gangplank,
Can
if possible.
can you misty step passengers or just you?
I looked and it does not say anything about me being able to do anybody else.
no,
I mean,
Misty
I can
Step
do it, and then Gunny has
yourself
one
only.
loading.
Yeah, that's a self spell.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that she can use it on Gunny is impressive as hell.
I mean, I could.
and basically you need to assault this here because this is the one with the gangplank. So
I could
I mean,
shatter
it's the
the other.
easier one to get up.
I could shatter the other pier, the one that has the steam jack on it.
cool.
I love that.
That would. That.
Oh,
that
sure,
would.
it's okay to shatter, but it's not okay to burn.
Well, you can burn that pier too. That pier,
Yeah. It's just shattering's quicker.
just not on the ship. But yeah, I don't see any reason that would draw people out of the boat. They're going to be like, well, shit going on out there. Don't want to, don't leave the boat. So,
Guys, can I fireball? Can I fireball the no touching pier? Can I?
Sure.
Can I? You know I love fireball, and I can be 150 feet away.
and you can fireball wherever, as long as other than the ship and this, and this pier. Don't fireball this pier.
Okay, so you guys tell me when we're ready, and I'll
Of
fireball
course, if
away.
we start blowing shit up, would that attract other people?
From
You
your
know, on a
experience,
dock?
that would probably attract the watch. Yes. Like if a big,
Okay.
massive fireball nuclear
Because-
cloud goes up, people would be concerned about their boats and shops burning down. I mean,
Yeah.
What's the
We never get to
neighborhood
fireball, guys. It's okay. Another time.
What's the neighborhood like?
it looks like, basically your typical dock fronts in the Five Fingers. There's a couple different shops and fishmongers. There's actual commerce here.
So it's
That's
not a sleazy
unfortunate.
place.
Well, it's Five Fingers. Everything's kind of sleazy. The Five Fingers is the unwashed hand of the coastline.
Yeah, I mean, who really pays attention to a couple different factions having a little tough?
Yeah, that there is that, but
I mean, because there was that recent, ship fire, at that,
Yeah.
yeah, the
so,
shipyard.
yeah.
And you guys can
They
burn
might be
this ship.
hypersensitive.
What
That
do you
one's fine
think if
for
there was
burning.
like a little wall of fire that popped up somewhere nearby? Those four would be like, oh, we should put out the fire.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And like they'd be distracted and we would just soup on the boat.
How long does the wall of fire last?
1 minute.
That could keep people from intruding on our fight also.
Oh, and what's the range on it?
120 feet. I just got to concentrate.
Well, you can still do stuff when you're concentrating on spells.
Yes. I
I
just
mean,
got to be careful I don't pull another concentration spell.
I mean, you could put it over here by the dude or something. And people be like, "Oh shit, steam jack's on fire."
Yeah. How long a wall is it? Could you wall of fire the whole pier?
Up
That
to
would be
60
ugly.
feet long and 20 feet high and 1 foot thick. Or I can make a circle.
Yeah, start it, over here, and then hopefully maybe the four guys will move over to try to put out the fire, and then we start slipping on down the other dock, while they're not paying attention,
Love it.
and then we start shooting as we kick the gangplank once we make ship side.
Okay.
Works for me.
Got a plan, guys.
Plan A.
More
By the
than
time we're done, we'll
12% of
make
a
it to at
plan.
least Plan E.
Yeah.
Plan A will have a stink on it.
Okay, so how close do we want to get before we? I mean, let's just casually stroll, minding our own business,
I mean,
tra-la-la,
there's
and then
people walking
Yeah, I mean-
back and forth down this road. It's not like this is an abandoned alleyway. There's people going back and forth. A couple fishermen with wheelbarrows full of fish. So you guys can walk straight down up to the pier practically.
Oops. Didn't mean to do
I
that.
like how we got these
I like that
arrows
plan.
flying for maps and numbers here.
Yeah, I mean, she can start casting that from quite a ways. I mean,
We just want to make sure we've got time to get on the boat.
well, we got to give them time to react to the fire.
Oh, that's true.
So, I mean, just right there, that's 65 feet. You can do 120, so you can cast it probably from where we are. I'm too far in to get to us, but
Okay.
You guys are walking down the street.
yeah, so I mean,
Can you cast while you walk?
Sure. But I'm going to get kind of where Gunny is a little in front and to the right of me. So maybe they don't see me doing the things.
Waving your hands with the glowing runes in the sky coming off your fingertips.
Yeah.
yeah, well, depends on what the spell mechanics are, but I mean, you got stuff to hide behind. I mean, you could come right up here and hide behind these, barrels or wheels or
Spools of
whatever the
rope.
hell they are.
Okay. Sure. I go with the group. We get to wherever they tell me I'm going to do it. And I assume I don't have to roll to be able to do wall of fire since I'm not actually aiming to do damage to somebody.
Yes.
Well, check the
Shouldn't be.
spell itself. The spell should say. I don't think it's rolled to
It's
attack.
just
No.
if they have to do a dex save if I put it on somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about
It's a
rolling.
save, not an attack.
So as you guys are move your
I hope the
minis,
steam jack hits
walk
it.
down the street, Don't forget to move Gunny.
Nope. Sorry,
Calm
guys.
day at the docks. The water is lapping. The
They're
people are
kinda-
working. The sailors are totally singing. You hear these four guys, hi ho. So Theo's hanging way to the back.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Are you coming, Theo? Do you disapprove of the plan?
No, I just don't see where's my character.
Here at the very
You're way up top.
I was hidden
Right.
behind all the maps.
I know, I'm like, I can't find, where the fuck am I?
You could be top.
And of course, I had to minimize the screen a little.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, this is a very pretty. Otter has done really well.
So Theo, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception, I think, is 11, but let me double check.
Okay, then that's no problem. You don't see nothing important.
I don't see nothing important.
I mean, everyone's trusting your sniper's casual glance, and nobody's looking for anything important, so I'm okay with that.
But we can't be snuck up on because we're in an urban setting.
Oh, yeah, but I mean,
The flower
we only
girl
see
says,
5
"Would you like a
people out
flower,
of 20.
sir?"
Yeah, but there could be more on the ship, so.
We just got to take out 5 people each. Not a problem.
Right?
And everyone loves a surprise.
Yeah. Callus has got this, man. He could take all 20. He's like that TikTok I sent y'all.
Pretty much. Yeah.
He's gonna John Wick
That
this
was
shit.
cute, by the way.
To the fact I make a bet with Callus that I kill more people than he does, and the loser has to buy the rounds. Oh, buys the person a fancy hat.
Well, if there's a fancy hat
Doesn't
on the
this-
line, shit's gonna get serious.
Doesn't necessarily have to be kill, but neutralize. Because they don't have to be dead to necessarily be out of action.
Callus is planning on shooting the bullet finger off of each of the guys with guns.
Well, I mean, don't necessarily have to kill everybody.
Okay, so
I
guys,
don't understand.
Yeah, I don't either. All I heard is it sounds like Callus doesn't finish what he starts. That's all I heard.
Oh.
I'm not an indiscriminate killer. Sorry.
Okay.
Just because he's a killing machine doesn't mean he doesn't have a soul.
Right.
Somebody that's got a good alignment.
It's all about the mission and what's needed for the mission. Doesn't mean mass casualty for it. And I'm chaotic neutral, not good.
He's just good at what he does. So you guys are
Exactly.
walking up on the first pier. You see this really nice reinforced heavy-duty pier. It's got stairs that go down to the water line where some fishermen are playing on their little boats. You get closer, you see that these guys have loaded a bunch of barrels onto their ship from this little wagon here. People are working in their shops there. There's a guy totally fixing his bad patchy roof over here. City as usual in the Five Fingers, people working on a boat. As the five of you are walking down the street with Gunny in the lead. Anybody gonna do anything yet?
What was that thing I did last time? Electrify. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see if electrify, it's concentration. Never mind. Okay. I was going to try to buff Theo, but I can't.
This is a reminder before we would begin. Standard practice is for me to give everybody a restorative drought.
And there's one on Gunny. We also always keep one on Gunny that he can give to somebody, or he's always our backup. The backup to the backup.
Wait, where's
what?
Yeah.
Boomhowler has a question.
Room do?
Would you like to know more?
What did I pick?
No, I was just wondering if I should
Yes.
No. I was thinking I could do a call, but that would draw too much attention before everyone gets started. So never mind.
Yeah, no.
Walk down the
The
street.
idea
and
we want to
bust out with the
minimize
troll
combat
death metal.
start until we're like on or close to on the deck.
Yeah. So
right now we need fire like right here.
Yeah. I was just.
And there's barrels there. Maybe hopefully they got something that once they start burning as part of the ring, they might do a little boom boom or something.
But maybe I will actually hum an inspirational tune towards our fire starter.
I mean, I can only hint one more time that if maybe an alchemist would do a perception check, I can tell you what's on the side of the barrels.
I will do a perception check.
Do you have any
Once I find
experience
the right
with the
street.
golden crucible?
I
No, I do
do.
not. Okay.
And maybe
Okay,
that
I will
person
do a
should
perception,
take my hint and do
I
a perception check.
Okay, so I don't have the greatest perception, but I'm very
okay.
Got this.
So here we go.
Wait, can I inspire you instead of the fire starter? Never mind.
On the plus side, these are golden crucible markings. So she will have advantage on her perception check there, meaning it is not an 8, but a natural 20 that she sees a bunch of barrels. See what happens when you do a skill check? I can tell you things that are marked as dangerous alchemical components, as there are random barrels listed with logos from the Golden Crucible. As some of them have the classic hazardous material Golden Crucible markings that most truckers on the highway will recognize as explosive, poisonous if inhaled, or flammable.
That's some of these over here as well.
Yes, that's what all those yellow marked barrels are, the ones that have the Golden Crucible's danger symbols on them.
All right.
And they're kind of randomly mixed about. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just that they got these things and they're putting them on the boat. Good thing they don't have an alchemist to say these things are dangerous.
Yeah, Theo's like muttering. It's like, are these people insane? They obviously have no concept of what they're doing.
Right?
I hope they have a lead line.
For her well-trained eye, she sees the little X symbol that has little symbols inside of alchemical things that basically says, hazardous if inhaled. Explosive. Yeah. Do not jostle. This side up. Are you telling your crew about this?
Yes, and I'm slowly raising my gas mask to my face. Because I know what's going to come. You know what? I'm just going to start. I'm going to, get gas masks for everybody on the team. Just as a safety precaution because of when I'm around.
Right.
But you know what? It's times like these that illustrate the fact that I need to be concerned not only with my own safety, but with those of my crew. So next time around, we're all going to have, all of us are going to have gas masks.
Nice.
So, next time. I like that.
But I can't say retroactively that I did it.
Yeah, we don't have destiny points to flip to.
Exactly.
That's why I just love that. Next time we'll be safe. So, do you tell them anything about these barrels?
Oh, it's like, this is Golden Crucible. They're volatile and extremely dangerous if the contents are inhaled. So, if at all possible, we need to ensure that this cargo is not damaged.
Well, except for these two right here.
And since you did roll
go through, I'll be fine.
Well, we're not going through to the ship here.
20.
We're going through to the ship here.
True. But, it is, depends on which way is the wind blowing.
It's fairly neutral right now, so things will dissipate, but they won't gas cloud anybody if that's what you're worried about. And since you did roll a natural 20, you do know the green circle barrels. I'm going to actually identify them for you since you rolled a natural 20. The green circle barrels are ones that will give off poison gas because, if they blow up. And the orange ones are explosives.
Explosives, okay.
Explosives. Since you did roll so well, I'll give you that you could identify the markings super clearly.
I'm not seeing any markings yet, but...
Yeah.
Maybe I should make it so you guys can see those markings.
I was going to say, I'm assuming you probably have them on your layer, so we're not seeing it.
you guys are finishing up your formulating your plans, and she's like, "Oh, barrels. Those barrels are dangerous."
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they almost look as if they were exactly what you guys were told you were picking up, which was volatile alchemical components.
So battle ram, push the warjack into the water and see if they go get it, or fire, go boom.
No, fire go boom right there.
Fire, go boom.
They go over, start fighting the fire, probably get taken down by gas because they don't know better. People come, we'll see what comes out, and we start, as soon as these two over here start making their move to help with the fire over here, we start moving
We
up
go
the,
on board to try to help.
we just head up the pier quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all should see a bunch of barrels with color now.
Yep.
But will the explosion put a hole in my ship?
That's quite a ways away, so
But I mean,
I don't think it's a nuclear bomb.
okay,
It's a small can. Small, minuscule.
okay. So
Minuscule.
it's not like in a.
I like how
We have
she's
to stop
assuming
before we even start.
how explosive a giant barrel full of explosives would be. Minimal.
I mean, could it blow the steam jack into the ship? If it's not, I mean, I'm trusting the expert. If it's not a problem, then it's not a problem. Let's do this.
Mm.
A barrel that far away, I don't see it doing any serious damage to a ship.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
even
like
if it was
it's
full of
chemicals
blast
built
powder,
into a bomb,
it
pressed
most
bomb.
likely would be, you know, it's 35 feet away. As you guys are sitting there doing the calculations, and this nice lady and her dog comes by, and the dog snaps the trollkin. It's plenty far away from the ship that nothing bad will happen.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing as you're walking forward and people are looking at you just standing there watching the ship? Do me a favor. You guys are taking some time there. Somebody give me a deception or stealth to see how awkward you guys are standing there gawking this whole time at these guys.
I'll get us a stealth.
Okay. You guys are using that cover, not ominously staring at these guys, you know, pointing out in your hand, you guys take these two, you guys take these two.
Okay. When the group is ready, fire, go boom.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I cast wall of fire on the location we pinpointed earlier near the steam jack.
Well, how about you make it easier on everybody? You draw your little firewall.
Oh, okay. I've never drawn something before. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, so you click on the little paintbrush there, and you can pick the color red, and you can draw your firewall, so we can all see it on the map.
Firewall, fire circle, whatever you're making.
Okay.
What's the radius?
The radius is 20 feet if I do a circle. Am I doing a circle? I know we talked about this earlier. I just don't remember.
It looks like the piers
10
across. So if you did a circle, 20-foot circle, it would basically take up the pier.
Okay. Is there an erase feature?
To erase, you would have to select the line and then erase it.
Okay. I just.
Actually, is it?
Yeah, it's
20 foot
20 across.
Oh, 20 across. So
yeah.
Oh, I copied I can't be allowed to have the draw feature. I copied his and then it's just a mess in the corner. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, but we
it's
got
in that
the 10-foot
area.
circle.
Yeah.
All right, who gave her the Sharpie?
I know. I'm sorry, guys. I can't have nice things. Sorry.
Okay, so is
That's
your
right. There we go.
goal to burn them or just encircle them?
To
Because I'm assuming
encircle
you're
them.
not putting fire on the water, you're putting it on the dock, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So, out of curiosity, when you cast Wall of Fire on the dock, if the dock burns out from under it, does the wall stay where it is, or does it fall into the ocean too?
Well, the things burning are going to burn. The firewall would persist where it
So
is.
it'll stay where it's at, hovering
Yes.
in midair.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
awesome.
You know that the dock's not going to like vaporize instantly. These docks are
No,
made of
no,
jacks
no.
walking on them, so it'll take a while.
But eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
They're going to have a hard time putting it out because it's
You
magical.
cast your spell and you're making this firewall, right?
Correct.
Okay. So as you cast your firewall, everybody roll initiative. Make sure to select your tokens.
Oh, initiative.
Let's find out how the plan goes to pot.
I am wasting all my
Well,
natural 20s. God damn it!
What was that?
Initiative spot's not necessarily a waste.
Where are you getting up, I guess?
I'm much more of the I go kind of. I typically go last.
Well, you're sort of last if you're starting at the top of the turn with the people already going the last turn, but just perspective.
Which one's Gunny?
I always roll Gunny last. He's rolled really high for some reason. He's very excited, guys.
His bolts are shivering. You can hear this vibration.
He sees a potential friend.
Steam Jack on Steam Jack action going on here. He's excited.
Yeah.
Well, really shouldn't have to send. Nobody should be going over to there. So the Steam Jack is tied up, and that was part of the idea. They go there. He gets tied up. We just rush on. So hopefully we don't have to play with the Steam Jack.
Okay. So immediately, what does it look like when you wave your fingers and this wall of flame jumps up on the far dock, covering the Steam Jack and 2 barrels?
So it's a circle of fire. I have made it to look as much as regular fire as possible, not my normal like bedazzled nonsense that I do. But yeah.
Okay, go ahead and show us your spell. What does it do damage wise? What do I need to do?
Sure. Sure.
Okay. You create a wildfire.
So it's down in, where's the diameter part? 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. And if anybody tries to go through it, they have to make a dex save. And if they fail, they get hurt.
Okay, so roll me a 5d8 because you did put the wall specifically to burn the Steam Jack, right?
Yes, I did want to get him as well. So D8, 5d8.
Ooh, your spell DC is 20 now? Is that right?
It should not be 20. I don't know why it would be 20. I thought it was 17.
How do I get a spell?
Okay. Okay, well, apparently that's what you've got on your character sheet is saying 20, so you might want to fix that. So it's 17, right?
Okay.
Or double check it. I mean, you should be 16, 17, somewhere in there.
Yeah, 17
It
sounds
doesn't let
more
me
realistic.
change it.
So on your spell page is what you want to look at. But regardless of that, I rolled a 17 for my dex save. So my Steam Jack's only taking half damage.
Okay.
So you rolled 21, right? As the Steam Jack, the flames come flipping up on this pier. It looks as if somebody like poured gasoline out in a square, and the flame whooshes to life. Immediately, the Steam Jack starts dancing on the pier where the fire comes up as it does not want to burn. And apparently its dancing does protect it a bit. As 21 points of damage hits both the barrels. The explosive barrel here catches fire, and immediately you hear this as the flames immediately lap up the sides of the barrel, and there's a brief, momentary explosion.
And that's a great place to wrap it up there.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. Please follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/CPPN to never miss a show or stream.